My name is Rajiv Uttamchandani. I'm a professor, an astrophysicist, and a human rights activist from the United States. I'm Indian by nationality, and I've now changed my focus from science to human rights. I founded an organization last year called the International STEM Society for Human Rights, which uses science and technology to address human rights and women's rights issues around the world. I'm currently here in Hyderabad, Telangana, because I want to host the Human Rights Conference next week on August 23rd and August 24th. We're calling it the HER India Conference, where HER stands for Humanity, Education and Rights. What we seek to do is inspire a new generation of human rights activists, with guests like Justice Subhashan Reddy, Jayesh Ranjan, Swati Lakra, and IPS officer Mr. Krishna Prasad, and others from the UN Women and US Consulate. We have a fantastic line of speakers that will then motivate these young children, these students, as to what solutions NGOs and government are putting out there to solve human rights and women's rights crises in India and around the world. I started my organization because of what happened in December 2012, the Nirbhaya case, the Delhi bus rape incident. It was a horrific incident involving the violation of a young woman, innocent young woman, whose life was then ended tragically by this tragic accident. So many women and children out there suffer. In 2012 alone, there were 25,000 reported rape cases in India, the highest being in Delhi. How can anybody, how can you and I sleep well at night knowing that so many women, so many girls and men as well suffer at the hands of others? India is the #1 country in the world with the most slavery. 30 million slaves by definition exist in our world today. 14 million live in India. How's that right? How can you and I not be motivated to do something to address these issues? It's very important. If you have a son, if you have a daughter, if you have a sister or brother, we wouldn't like them to suffer in the way that so many are suffering. So that's what I decided, that this cause must be the most urgent cause that we address. More than the coverage of the Olympics, more than Bollywood or Hollywood films, more than any of that, we should be talking every single day about human rights issues and women's rights issues. When so many people suffer in the world, we cannot let that go. We cannot let that slide. It is your purpose. It is my purpose. We must do something about this. So we hope to do a lot of work here in India. We're releasing an app called Protector next week as well. An app where if you shout the word help, your voice is recognized, uploads live audio video recording, and shares your GPS coordinates to local law enforcement agencies and NGOs nearby. We're working with other apps to deliver education and literacy to women and girls in rural villages. We're working to deliver entrepreneurship, to stress on entrepreneurship in women and girls all over the country. So what we hope to do is address human rights violations from all levels, from the government level, from the rural villages, from children now and beyond.